Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to your monthly zodiac readings. I am so glad to be back. Welcome back. I'd like to thank you for your likes, your shares. Also, guys, keep in mind that there has been a lot of planetary movement up there. So as above, so below. A lot of the mutable signs, or all of the mutable signs, are being affected now by a grand cross. So that promises lots of changes in our lives in every department, as it is affecting every one of the elements. So get ready for some powerful changes. If you guys are in the field of service to humanity in one way or another, you will be gifted by Jupiter, as it is residing at the moment in Virgo, and by the work that you do for others that's selfless, that you do it because you love to help other people. Jupiter is about to expand your world in one way or another, or gift you. So get ready for that. Some of you will have new relationships that come into your lives. Others will have new finances that come into your life, new work, different things. There's going to be different things for all of us. So just keep that in mind. Keep your vibrations up for the month of July, because a lot of good things are on their way. Some changes may feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but in the end you will know that it was a blessing that was brought on by the divine, due to all of your hard work and dedication and all of the good positive changes that you guys have been going through and experiencing in the last couple of years with Saturn in your sign and all of the things that are going on. All of these planets, they're not there for bad reasons. They're there for change, for positive change, for growth when it comes to our spiritual self, to enlightenment, that we need to know that we are connected to the divine, that we're a part of the divine, that we are truly with the divine all of the time. Sometimes you have this feeling where you're disconnected, like somehow you're not hearing, you're disconnected, but truly we're not. And through every lifetime that we live, we grow a bit more karmically, spiritually. We become enlightened to the point where we do hear that calling. We do have that connection with the divine, and we'll know, that we are part of the divine, that we can hear them clearly, and they really do guide us through our life, whether it's the angels or guides, the divine itself. They're all a part of us. So guys, keep that in mind. This is the card that has come out for all of us for the month of July. It's the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands promises commitment, promises foundations that are solid. They're beginning to be laid solidly into the ground. So it's not a fly-by-night home that you're planning to move into, a fly-by-night relationship that does come if you are single. If you are in a committed relationship already, you're going to move it to the next level. So there's going to be announcements of weddings, of births perhaps. Some of you are going to become engaged. If you've just started dating someone, you will see that you're in a relationship that does offer you a future. Someone that wants to be in a committed relationship, not someone that's going to be there for a couple of years or a few months and then move on because they're only there to teach you a lesson. No, we're going to start meeting people that are going to want to stay with us. They're going to want to have a committed relationship, that will be mature enough to get into something like that with a Sagittarian, which is difficult to say the least. But we have also matured. We have also grown to the point where now perhaps we can accept someone in our lives for a committed relationship, because we have overcome a lot of our obstacles, which is the first card that came out. We have overcome some huge obstacles in our lives. We have learned some very difficult and deep lessons in our lives. We still have our struggles with us, because we'll still continue to struggle, but we have learned lots, and now we're moving into an area in our lives where we're more peaceful with ourselves and with the people around us, because we're learning to accept them with their faults, with their shortcomings, with their gifts and their talents, and not trying to control them. A fire sign is very controlling, and they like to be able to control others or their environment all of the time because they're so impulsive. And sometimes that doesn't serve us. So now we're beginning to know these things. We're beginning to learn these things so that we can have a relationship that's committed and that lasts the test of time. Because we'll no longer try to mold it and shape it into what we want. We'll start to accept it for what it is. And the other person will obviously do the same for us, because it'll be a reflection. Once you learn it, once you move towards a more healthier relationship, the other person will be the same. It's not going to be the same old experiences that you've had in the past, because you've learned lots of lessons, Saggy. So let's see what the next card is for us this month. And I don't know if I said it or not because of the channeled messages, but if you guys would like a private reading with me, please check the link below. Write to me up here and I'll send you an introductory email if you'd like to write to me instead, or check the eye that comes up there and it will tell you about my new services, which I haven't added yet, but I'm going to be adding them in this month. So look forward to that, because I'll be adding more of my art and healing as per the angelic energy of Gabriel. He is the archangel of communication and the arts, and he also helps us on our divine life path and to work with our talents. And he has been very close to me lately. A lot of us are going to feel triumphant in this month of July. There's going to be a lot of cycles that end and a lot of cycles that begin. Some of us will be traveling for work or traveling for relationships, or maybe we'll meet someone and we'll take a trip. Some of you that are in a committed relationship, you may plan to take a trip. There's a holiday coming up, so some of you may be traveling, either to see loved ones, family members, or just to spend some quality time with your significant other, which is never a bad idea. But we're going to feel very satisfied because some of our hard work is going to start paying off. We're going to see the seeds that we have planted start to take root and start to flourish and start to show harvest. You know, we're going to be really happy with some of our work, because we have been working very hard on all levels of our lives. And we've been going through some very difficult lessons in order to learn these things in an accelerated pace so we can get past it and try to experience some of the happier moments that we're hoping for, that we're wishing for. And we're moving through the process, which has been very hard, okay? As it has been here, depicted by this card, which shows a maiden that works her way through these obstacles here, just on sheer will alone. She doesn't have any oars, okay? She has her struggles with her. She has her arrows, which is very poetic for us Sagittarians, because we have our arrows that we're always shooting forward and looking forward to the future and to the things that we'd like to accomplish and manifest, but some of them are very difficult to get to come to life, you know, for us to actually achieve them, all right? But we are working it hard like hell, all right? And we're moving into an area that is now a little bit more peaceful for us, still with our struggles, okay? But we're getting there, slowly but surely, and moving forward through sheer will of wanting to break through some of our own limitations when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to our talents, when it comes to being happy. Because if we can raise our vibrations, we'll attract a relationship easy. But right now we're so focused on everything else that for some of us the relationship is not there, because a relationship is with ourselves. We have to work on ourselves in order to be able to manifest a healthy relationship. For some of you that are in a relationship, you're working through a lot of the obstacles, a lot of the differences, a lot of the struggles that you've had with your partner, because you want it to be a committed relationship. You want to achieve the happy endings to cycles that have already been there and done that, and now you're working on something more solid, more committed in that relationship. See how much you love each other. And you want to stay that way because you need each other. You have the world behind you. The world is your oyster. You can achieve and manifest anything you desire. And right now it's solidifying that relationship. This also represents after the holiday. So a lot of you are going to be traveling for the holiday. And once you get back, you will move that relationship to another level. Some of you may meet someone during that holiday if you're traveling, or if you go do something that's out of your norm. And you will all of a sudden meet somebody that's quite unexpected. But that person is coming in for a solid, deep, committed relationship. So keep that in mind, Sagittarian, because you guys, for those of you that have been single for a while and you've been working like hell to try to change some things in your life, this person is coming in for a committed relationship. So keep that in the back of your head, okay? Because it's coming. Some of you are going to experience some difficulties in this month that will seem like a challenge, like a really huge challenge, okay? But you're going to come through it, all right? It's going to be a lot of hard work, but you will get through it, okay? This may be a challenge for some of you in the committed relationship with your partner. So when this challenge arises, always know that it's due to the changes that are happening, so that at the end it flows. It'll flow to a more peaceful area in your life with your partner. So try to make it through without too many arguments or discussions or impulsive activities that you'll regret later, okay? Because the challenge, who knows how it comes. For all of us, it'll be different. But through that challenge, you may meet someone very, very important, whether it's a friend or a committed soulmate doesn't have to necessarily be a romantic partner. For some of us that are in a relationship, we may actually meet someone else that's in our soul group that'll help us move through the energies of July. That'll help us, perhaps we're being promoted to a different position, this new person that comes into our lives, so that we can have that committed relationship move to another level. See, there's a lot. It's like a woven piece of material where there's a lot of people involved in getting your changes to come about, your dreams and your desires, but you have to go through the process. And in the process, you may meet other soulmates, you may meet other people that are in your soul group. That way they can help you learn a lesson, or they can help move you to the next step with your relationship. If you don't have a relationship, you'll meet someone new that may introduce you to someone else. It's not necessarily always have to be new people that come into your life that are there for a relationship. It'll be someone that can help you achieve a relationship or help you learn a lesson so you can move to the next level, and the next one, and the next one, until finally that specific person that you have been waiting for comes into your life. Again, the process, very difficult, but we're working it, okay? We are. And it's going to become hard work, all right, Sagittarian? It's going to be very hard work, but you are going to do it happily because you know what the end game is. You know what it is you're trying to achieve. So this new person that comes into your life can very well be an air sign, because, of course, this represents the air signs. And for some reason, Sagittarians attract air signs, namely Libras. And at least in my case, I don't know about all you guys, but that's how it happens to me. And there's two cards here that represent air signs. So perhaps you and the air signs are going through some very difficult moments in your life, but when you come out the other end, you may find common ground. Maybe some of you are already in a relationship with an air sign, and that's what it's telling me to tell you. Going to be some struggles, but in the end, you guys will end up in a peaceful place together. And no sense in breaking apart just because there's a silly argument or a big disturbance or situation that flows through your life right now. And because you're fire and air, it turns into this massive explosion of fire, and one of you walks away because you're tired of it. Hang in there, because once it blows over, some water falls, rain happens, and it puts out all that fire. You guys will be fine, okay? Hang in there. And for those of you that are single, there may be an air sign that comes into your life this month, and it represents a lot of hard work. Maybe you'll meet them through work or some work type situation where it will represent a lot of hard work, but for some of you it may even turn into a relationship, a committed relationship, which you will have to work hard at it, but you're going to happily work hard at it because you want this to work, you know, and they're going to want it to work as well. You're both going to work very hard because it will put you in a very loving place, okay, at the end. And then the world is your oyster. You will be very happy with everything that you've done in order to be able to achieve this new relationship or continue with your committed relationship, because it will move up to another level, guys, so hang in there. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So accepting your life as it is, accepting where you are in life, the people that are around you, your family, the situations, people at work, accepting goes a long way. We can't always change everything. We just have to learn to go with the flow of what's happening, because nothing is permanent. That is a fact. Everything is always changing. It's always in flux. The cosmos is always in flux. We are always in flux. We're always moving with whatever's going on up in the heavens, teaching us lessons. We're learning things. We're going in directions. Some of us go back in order to move forward, which is truly what the spiritual path feels like. It's a spiral instead of a straight line. You know, sometimes you have to move a little back in order to propel yourself forward. But accepting the things as you go along, or the steps, or the process, which I've been mentioning here lately, is difficult, but we must accept it. Because in order to achieve what we're desiring, we have to accept the way things are and the way the process is until we get to where we're going. Pay attention to the red flags within yourself, within your relationships, within the things that are around you. If there's something that doesn't feel right, learn to listen to your intuition, as it will help you with the process. You may meet someone, you may meet more than one person. Again, remember, there's a struggle that's coming, okay? So pay attention to the red flags. If you can maneuver your way out of it, go for it, Sagittarian. You're very mutable, so I suggest you do so. If you meet more than one person and one of them may be really hot and cute, but there's problems, pay attention to the red flags, because it will help steer you away into another direction where there may be someone waiting there that's for a committed relationship, but you had to pass the test. It's all about passing the test, folks. It's almost like a game. Worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Again, acceptance. Sometimes we don't accept things and we worry like hell. Oh my God, this and that. Don't worry about it, okay? Worrying doesn't accept or doesn't change anything in the end. If you accept it and you work through it, work through the process, go with the flow, you will come out the other end. There will be some struggle. There will be something that you'll have to do. Perhaps it takes you out of your comfort zone. There's something that you have to do. And it creates this huge worry, or this huge, like, I don't know, problem, you know. It's an inner struggle that you can come through very easily, okay? You just have to use your sheer will and be confident in yourself and know that some things you have to accept, and some things you have to go through. It's a process that you must experience in order to achieve what you want. And pay attention to the red flags, okay? Whether they're within yourself or within someone new that you meet. The signs are cautioning you, so if you're traveling down the road and you see a flashing light that says turn left, don't decide to go right. Go ahead and turn left, because the signs are cautioning you to go in a certain direction. If you meet someone and they're saying something and you really don't like it, but you really think they're interesting in some other aspect, or you know, their facade is something that you really enjoy looking at, the signs are cautioning you. They're already trying to show you that this is not a direction or a situation that you need to spend more time in, because you will learn another lesson, and it will be a difficult one, a very difficult one. So try to steer away from things that are not necessary for you to experience, okay? Because we're going to have a lot of different situations that come at us that are not necessary. So learn when to say no and move in a different direction, because the signs will be there to let you know, don't go here, go that way. We need that sometimes. Okay. Forgiveness is something that we're working through as well. For some of you, if you had a question that you were hoping I would answer, this is the answer to your question. Forgiveness. It goes a long way. We need to forgive ourselves. We need to forgive our families, our friends, past experiences, past relationships, in order for the new things that we're hoping for to be able to manifest. So keep in mind that by forgiving yourself, you can begin there. Okay? This is going to be the energy that you guys will be working through. This is coming straight from the angels, that you need to work on forgiveness this month. All right, Sagittarius? I do love you. I hope you have liked the reading, and I hope it wasn't too confusing, as I have changed my format yet again. But that's what they asked for, so I did it. I couldn't help myself, since the energies also affect me, you know, a lot. So I have to change with them. All right. Bye for now, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.